guys played and the 4 turnovers. What's popped out the most aside from you punching out the ball a couple times?
A lot of guys, that's expected. A lot of guys run the ball. We knew we started off slow, but what stood out to me is how we finished. We just got to start a little faster, but I'm glad that we was able to pick it up and play our style of football.
It's going to be your first time going through this rivalry of Lions-Packers. I see that smile on your face. What have you known about this rivalry, and what are you expecting for Sunday?
We had some moments. I was at the Raiders last year, game-winning pick against them, played a solid game. So I kind of know a little bit about them. I kind of know a little bit about them.
What's it like playing at Lambeau Field then? That's such a historic place for any guy who grows up playing football.
I've never played there. When I was at the Raiders, they came, to Vegas. So I never played there, so that's something I don't really know too much about. All I can say is, I look at it as a big rivalry. I look at it as not a regular football game, but at the end of the day, we all, they got to tighten their cleats up just like us. So we just gonna go in there and play our style of football.
What are you seeing on film from Jane Reed?
I haven't really. Good player, but I haven't really, broke all of it down yet.
Jordan Love left the last game. Malik Willis came in. Jordan Love they said that he didn't practice today. Is there a difference in their offense depending on which quarterback goes in there, whether it's 10 or 2?
That's something I can't really speak on yet. I just know AG, and our defensive staff is going to come up with a great game plan. We just got to go out there and execute it.
Are you excited about grass?
Hopefully we don't have a problem with the grass. I got some good cleats, so I make sure I don't be out there slipping. We want to go out there and play fast and be able to play our style of football.
What's been your favorite part about playing for AG so far?
The energy, man, and most importantly, the trust. I've been at the Raiders 4 years, and here I have guys and a defensive coordinator that believes in me and just let me go out. He always say just don't do too much, man. Go out there and be Amik Robertson, be yourself within the scheme, man. When you got a guy like that trusts you, it's always good for a player mental.
What do you see from Terry Arnold the last 3 games?
Solid, man. Terrion is Terrion, man. He's a good football player, young. I tell him all the time he came in better than I was. I barely played my rookie, and for to say he's going out there and play the way he's played, of course I know he have a standard for himself. He's very hard. He's very hard on himself. But me personally, I think he's been out there solid.
2 weeks ago, we were talking about that game against the Vikings being such a big game because it was 2 teams that were neck and neck in the standings. Now you got another team who has 6 wins already this season. What is the magnitude of a game, and what do you make of this division so far through the first half?
It's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be a battle. Dog versus dogs. And that's how you like it. That's how you want it, man. That's how at the end of the day, we all been, some guys, we all been playing football since we was young. And games like this, the real dogs come to life, and I know we got more over here. So, it's going to be a battle.
You talked about having trust and belief in the staff. Where have you grown the most since getting here to Detroit?
That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard because I always been a confident. I would say detail, man. Just being more detail in the game has slowed down for me completely. And playing a DB, man, sometimes it's hard to kind of stick out. We're not on offense. We're not always getting the ball thrown to us. We always playing, backwards or whatever. We always trying to anticipate stuff. So playing DB is always kind of, always a slow start. But I think, our secondary, our defense is going in the right direction.
This is 2 defenses that have done very well taking the football away for the Packers and for you guys this year. How much do you balance wanting to be aggressive, knowing that a turnover could change the course of this game, while also sticking to your keys too?
This game is all about it. This game of football is all about one thing, the football. And that's what we harp on. We got guys in that room that could get after the ball. Like I said, man, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle. And like I said, I know we got more dogs here, so. It's gonna be a fun one. But most importantly, I know that guys on this defense, we out there hunting the ball because we trying to get an offense back the ball, and we know what the offense could do once they get the ball.
I feel like it's obvious what changes for D linemen, linebackers when you're playing a mobile quarterback. But what changes for guys in the secondary from the slot like you?
Probably just covering for a long time. But like I said before, I know AG. He's gonna come up with a great game plan in order for the whole defense. And his team to be successful. So, that's something that we'll be able to, adjust to throughout the week. But I know that AG has a good game plan.
It's important every week, but when you face a team that's got 12 different guys with a sack that leads the league with 19 takeovers, got a guy over there that leads the league in interceptions. Just how much is that more an emphasis this week against this team?
They're good at it. They're very ball aware. They're coached well. They know where the ball is at. They're going after it and they're trying to make plays. And it's our job not to let them do that. And we've done a pretty good job of that up to this point. But this will be a big challenge for us, and we got to do our job.
How are you feeling health-wise?
Good.
Practice today.
Yeah, good. I should be out there tomorrow.
Is that just a day of rest? I mean, your ankle and issue?
No, just rolled it. I mean, you guys saw it. Just rolled it, get an extra day, and I should be fine.
Jared, I'm curious, where would you rank how you see today the NFC North rivalries, Vikings, Packers, Bears? Where would you rank them?
What, you mean with us?
Yeah, like in order, what would you say?
I don't know. It's hard to rank. I mean, all three of those teams are pretty dang good this year, so I'd say they're pretty even, and we got our hands full with all three of them.
What's the difficult thing about playing in Lambeau, besides obviously the Packers and they're a good team?
Yeah, it's a fun environment. It's loud. It's going to be fun. It's going to be loud for us. We're the defending champs going back in there, and yeah, it'll be good. It's fun. It's grass. It's outside. It's whatever the weather may be. It'll be good.
How does your prep change playing outside for the first time all year? You have a lot of indoor games.
Prep doesn't change at all. It remains the same.
Goes into the shoe selection this weekend. I know Dan made a point about that.
Yeah, we'll make sure we got the right spikes on. Typically it's either molded cleats or 7 studs, and typically on these grass fields you want to wear those 7 studs so you're not slipping around. You see a lot of guys on tape slipping, and you don't want that to be you.
What do you see specifically about their defense? I know they've changed it up. They've been, kind of that 3-4 for so many years, and now it's a little bit different. Just how much the adjustment been there? You get so used to an opponent and a defense, and now when it's different.
Yeah, there's some similarities and there's a lot of differences, and it's a different coordinator obviously, and his background shows up in their tape, and you get a pretty good idea of what they want to do, and it's a really really well coached defense. It's sound. It's good tackling defense. They know where their problems are, and they do a good job.
So you on an interview with Belichick, and he taught his offense unstoppable. Man, we get that type of praise. Hearing offense being unstoppable, do you feel that way, man, or just how?
Yeah, I think he was just trying to pump us up a little bit. I don't think by any means. No one's unstoppable. We're as fallible as anybody. But I think what he was referring to is how many weapons we have. We do. We know that. You take away one guy, it's going to be another guy that we're going to try to beat you with. So I think that's kind of what he was referring to, and we do play that way.
Sounds so simple, but completing passes, like just how key is that? The fact when you're so accurate and you're just moving the ball like you guys have been doing for the past month.
Yeah, that is important. You do want to complete the ball and keep that completion percentage high and keep the ball in our guys' hands. And I think the biggest thing that has shown up a lot is throwing the ball to our running backs, and them getting explosive gains off of it, which is so rare in this league. But if the guys are covered downfield and whatever plays we have up isn't open, and I get it down to those guys with some space, it's as good as anything. So we're not afraid to do that, and we got 2 good backs who can make things happen with it.
Jared, you guys did take 4 sacks last week. Just what's your role in making sure that the pass pro is as good as you guys want it to be week in, week out?
Yeah, just my depth in the pocket. I got to be better and just make sure I'm stepping up in the pocket and have good depth, and then getting rid of the ball on time, and then those guys know what they need to do. But they've been doing a pretty good job all year, and I certainly have my part in it, and then keep myself upright and get the ball out of my hands.
Jameson was in the news again here the last 24 hours for non-football reasons. What if anything do you say to him as a team leader?
I said nothing to him. He's fine. We're good.
Does he say anything to you? Does he need to talk to the team about it?
We're good.
There's no concern about anything that the off-field things that he continues to, as small as they may be, that may detract from him or this team.
No, Jameson's, when he's back from his suspension, he'll be ready to go.
Are you feel rivalry week again? Yeah, we're excited. Another game for us. We were happy with how we played the other day. Moving on, second division game coming up, and hopefully another win.
If you personally had to rank NFC North rivalries, how would you order them?
I don't know if I could rank them, to be honest. Anytime you go into another division opponent's home stadium, it's going to be an elevated rivalry. So it's our next game, and it's going to be a tough one. They're playing good ball right now.
I think this offense is so complete, man, but just passing to rushing just what's going on into the start of this season so far. being so complete on both sides.
You heard Coach Phipp in his interview after the game the other day say that the players win games, and we got a lot of players. Those are his words, not mine. But it's still funny. It was a great interview. But we got a lot of great guys on both sides of the ball, and you see the way that Jared is distributing the ball, the way that we're protecting him, giving him time, and Jameer and David on the ground. It's just a really well balanced offense right now.
Can you speak to the stretch that Jared's had the last 3-4 games?
I've never dropped back and thrown a pass yet. Maybe we'll see with how many times we've incorporated trick plays. But I mean, the incompletion to touchdown thing, that's just an absurd statistic to me. And he's playing at a really high level right now. And, all the power to him. I think he's one of the best in the league to do it. And, I don't know if he gets enough praise, but he should be.
Sam, how is your spiral into that to be involved in a trick play like that at a ball in the front?
You ever heard the phrase, if you don't use it, you lose it? I haven't used it in quite some time. Played a little bit in high school, but I think it'd be all right.
Did David impress you with his far?
I found out that he played high school quarterback via some of the social media stuff that we do in-house. So after that, it did not impress me because I saw him do it many times. But, yeah, he can really spin it. He can.
We'll just plan it like, what do you mean from the Midwest that would love that team and that franchise?
Obviously, a historic stadium. Really cool last year to go there on Thursday Night Football and get the win there. And really historic stadium, really cool. Just excited for the matchup.
Sam, this offense has taken off over the last couple of weeks, but if we go back a few, people were kind of concerned a little bit at the start of the year and the red zone issues against Tampa Bay, but then you guys go 5-5 in that game, this last one. What has clicked for the offense that's made you guys so lethal, especially on the last?
I think it's just being complementary to each other. You don't see us with a lot of penalties. We're getting a little bit better in that regard. We haven't turned the ball over much the last couple of weeks, and then, of course, executing in the red zone. And then all three phases really complementing each other. You saw last week with all the special teams yardage, we were getting down into the red zone with the short drives. Heck, we were stuck on the 20-yard line sometimes. So all we had to do was execute in the red zone. We did that, and a bunch of points last week, and hope we do that again.
Scotty Montgomery kind of credited the tight end room a little bit for the explosive plays that been able to get the ground game. How much of a focus has that been of your game in this second year of yours?
Of course, I'm trying to add as much value as I can. I'm out there a lot run blocking, and we appreciate Scotty and those running backs and all that they do. They're amazing, and try to do as much as we can for them blocking.